Welcome to ETHDam, to ETHDam, to ETHDam, to ETHDam, to ETHDam.
We're going to move on to the Hackathon Projects and we're going to announce the top 10s. But we do want everyone in here. I just know that you've been sitting in here for the last hour and a half. So we want. I'm trying to be wary of everyone's time and energy, but we want everyone here. In the meantime, if we can put up the Slido, what I'm going to do is, do you have the iPad?
Yeah, I have.
I'm just going to write.
Battery dipping, by the way.
If you can do add. Oh, I want to add this.
What do you want to add, a poll?
Yeah, I was going to do word cloud. Wait, and if you can do another one.
Which one? What one?
Right, we're going to bring up the Slido, and I'm going to start one, which is, what's the best thing at ETHDam? Please share your thoughts, write down the word cloud, write down your thoughts, and we're going to go from there.
Oh.
So you can delete, oh,
No.
yeah, and then delete this one. No, this one, and then you're going to come up with another question. Let's delete, and also that one. Come on, guys. You have a best thing at ETHDam? Take part in the Slido. Come on. Guys, please come and sit down. If you're a hacker, yeah, just please come and sit down, basically, and then we're going to go from there. Oh, yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, going home. Oh, who's tired? Who's tired? Yeah, you're tired. Was that you, Nicoletta? Amsterdam, yeah, there is one of the nice things about having a conference in Amsterdam is the fact that everyone can just come here and get stoned and have fun for a couple of days and maybe do some hacking in the meantime. Come on, let's be real. The people, yes, big win for that.
I'm good.
Big win
I
for
need
that.
to drink coffee because I've been for a long time, so a little break. Hey.
Someone was still on. Then we have the food, happy with that. The Latin crew. Who was the Latin crew? Woohoo! Steady on, steady on. Free stuff. Oh, the moderator. Moderators, but appreciated, but appreciated. Aloha. Who here has already got a laser tag team? Who here is already part of a laser tag team? I see 1, 2, 3 hands. Okay, everyone else that doesn't have a laser tag team, for those that don't know, there's going to be laser tag this evening. And so you'll probably want to team up and choose who your teammates are ahead of time before the chaos starts there. What else? The cheese hot dog. The cheese hot dog was pretty good today. I'm not going to lie. Why don't you come up? So this is Nicoletta. If you haven't met Nicoletta, Nicoletta's been behind the scenes all the time, and she's holding up the ETHDam jumper. So apparently there are a couple of these left, so if you want to get them, do get them. I think it looks pretty damn dope, to be honest. It feels undercover and more privacy-orientated. So thank you, Nicoletta. Woo!
Top 10 of the hackathon is about to start, so we need everyone on the main stage. Sorry? What?
Worth to watch it.
Yeah. It's mandatory. If not, we kick you out.
This does not sound very private, I'm not going to lie. Okay, what else? Cool human policymakers. Did everyone enjoy this morning, by the way? Wasn't this morning great? Please, how much did you enjoy it? Okay, that was actually quite good. I'm happy with that. ETHDam knife fighting. Was there a knife fight this year? Was there one? Guys, if you're standing at the back, please come and sit down. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I am nice, I swear. I'm not like that, like, all the time. What else? It was nice that Alex was here. 10 points to that, really. Is the laser tag free? Yes, the laser tag is free. I think there's also bowling. If you guys like bowling, you can also do that as well. Ellie, how are we doing? Do we have everyone inside? What do we feel? No? Wait a little bit. Okay, well, that means I got to fill the time. So I can either sit down and shut up or carry on talking. What do we think? Oh, cock. Spoons. Oh yeah, so a fun fact is I'm actually a spoon collector, and on your mobile phone you can go to ilovespoons.com and you can see my spoon collection if you follow the links. And no, I'm not going to hack you. It really is just a data set of spoons. Yeah, I'm really basic like that. Sorry. Okay, should we do another question? Let's see. What options do I have here? I have a word cloud open text. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an open text poll here, and I'm going to say, maybe the question will be something like, what do we think of, what can I say about privacy? Have we learned something? What did you learn about privacy? Let's do that. What have you learned? God, I feel like such a boomer right now. Let's see. Launch. All right. So this is a free text. This is not a word cloud, so you can write a full sentence in here. But I think this here is to share some of the knowledge of what has happened. Ultimately, the biggest reason why I'm so proud to work with Ellie every year at ETHDam is the fact of how many people come here to share the knowledge, to mentor the hackers, to give presentations, which ultimately is for everyone's benefit. So safe new... Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Hilarious. If it's free, you're probably the product. Yeah, that's for sure. That's secret. I like that. One of the things I love, by the way, about Slido is that it allows you to do the anonymous thing, and it doesn't mean you have to put in your name. So that's also one of the reasons why we like using Slido. Like, we actually don't know who's giving all of these answers. It's normal and should be the default for anyone. That's for sure. However, as we all know, that is not actually the case. If you're just coming in, please come and sit down. It's in your own benefit if you do that. Thank you for sharing the link. I appreciate you. Don't you love that domain name, though, by the way? Isn't that great? Snapchat is very private. Is it? Is it? Can someone confirm or deny if Snapchat's private? Not good. Yeah, bullshit. Boo. No, true. False information. Alexei has aura. Yeah, that's for sure. Web3 privacy rocks. By the way, Web3 privacy, the Web3 privacy guys.info, I think it is, right? Web3privacy.info. If you haven't come across that website at all, you definitely should check it out. They have this huge repository of privacy-related tools, which I'm like a huge fan of. I like the data, so 10 points. And there's a lot of content. Privacy is like sex. What the fuck? What? Working on privacy. Zano, okay, this is getting out of control. Riz, I don't have Riz. I just got moderation skills. It does not exist in real life. Well, I think it has existed. Have you guys felt safe during ETHDam? In the bathroom, great. But that's the whole point of this event. I do have to say, yeah, it's another time. Privacy does not equal secrecy. Private matter is something one does not want to hold. Know about secret matter is something one does not. Okay, cool. Discord mod. Everyone's still using Telegram. Can someone tell me if normal Telegram is actually secure? Hell no. Hell no? Yeah, no, I didn't think so, right? Okay, it's not.
It works there. The KGB works there. If they don't have it, AI's already crossed everything.
Great. That is, okay, thanks for sharing. Well, that's some knowledge for all you all. Stop using Telegram. Sorry. Is Signal secure? Hey, this is actually going really well. I'm happy we did this. Is Signal secure? Well, yes, I ain't reading all that. Aranicon, greater than Telegram, woo. The Dutch politicians sucked. Well, that's a matter of point of view. At least we had this morning, right? At least we had this morning. Let's use Signal instead. Yay. Is Slido secure? Well, you didn't put any information in other than the code, so I'm going to say it's that secure. Do they have your IP address? Probably, but we're all on the same IP anyway, so fuck it, right? Telegram, yeah. If they have to arrest the guy, not wrong there. All right, these nuts. All right, thank you very much for that. Yay! Okay, you told me to carry on talking, so that's what you get. If you haven't already, please scan the PO app. Actually, I should probably do the same thing. I do actually really like PO apps, to be honest. Like, it's about time we had more of stuff like this. Okay, so to tell you what's going to happen next. So we're going to announce a couple of things. One of the things is the trading battle. So I'm being waved at. The trading battle, first place goes to Mastermind. Woo! Now you're going to hear this a lot in the next moment, but is that person in the room? It's not a person. There you go. Then we've got Good and Niwa. Way! That's great, and congratulations. Holy shit, wow. It really was a good weekend to trade, right? Like, really. Please contact one of the organizers, and I'm sure they'll explain to you how you can claim your cash reward. Yay, all right. Moving on, we're going to announce the top 10 hackathon projects. Now, the way that this is going to work is we're going to announce the 10 in one shot. Okay? Not now. Don't change the slide. And what we're then going to do is we're going to invite those ones to come up one by one. It's not meant to be as grill-focused as the Otter Tank, but it's meant to give an opportunity for the top 10 hackathon projects to share with the audience what they've built. And then we're going to do very quick Slido, so there's no judges, there's nothing like that. Very quick Slido to ask them any questions. If there are no questions, that's fine. We're just going to move on. It's very low stakes, should be fun, but it's just an opportunity to show off what you guys have built. Then after that, we're then going to have the, I believe it's 3 special announcements, right, of best privacy, best AI, best security. And then we're going to have the sponsors who give the gifts as well of what they've done of the projects that they think are the coolest. And there's some really cool rewards coming up there. After that point, Ellie will do her closing statement in her beautiful fashion, as always. And then that will be it, and we'll be done for being at Parkhaus des Weiger. After that, there is the party just down the road at Aloha, where you will have laser tag, beer, wine, and bowling, I believe, right? Karaoke. Glow-in-the-dark mini-golf, aka you can get fucked up, drink, have fun, whatever. You're done now, moving on. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? You guys have been slaving away, so I really appreciate that everyone's here. And yes, one of the words on the other board was everyone that they're tired. Yes, everyone's tired, but this is the final part of it. And I think it's the coolest part, seeing what you guys have built. Right. So without further ado, we're just going to move forward and to, in a second, to the next slide that's going to list the winners. And we're just going to try and make it fun. We can do an applause. And we done it! Way! So this is where the complexity comes of how to organize this pitching session, right? So everyone that has a team that's listed on this, you guys have to have your laptops and you have to have your yourself ready and emotionally to pitch. What we're going to ask you to do is the guys that are listed on here to come over to the left-hand side. So you're going to sit over here, and these technicians over here are the ones that are going to help you and make sure that your laptop's ready and all of that stuff. But I just want to say congratulations, and if your name is not on here, that doesn't mean you suck. I want to be hyper clear on that. That's really not the goal of this list, right? You guys have put so much effort into it. We really appreciate everyone coming here. And I'm looking forward to myself going through the projects and seeing what's being built, right? Because I believe that information is going to be available. So that is that. Okay, because of the fast pace of all of this, if you haven't already used Slido, does ever, like, you got most, who, like, you guys have used Slido or by this point, right? Slido, Slido, Slido. Cool. And so you guys know, for the hackers that are in the room that are going to be presenting, there's a timer at the back, so you know when there's 5 minutes, so that should be good to go. And the screen, when you plug it in, you can also see your screen there. You want a mirror.
Mirror.
Yeah, mirror entire screen.
Yeah, start.
Yeah, that's...
Put it on the full screen.
Do you have a microphone there?
Full screen.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Handles for you. Yeah, what's up?
Woo!
That was knackly. Anyways, so we built ROFL.DAM, which is basically, think about it like P.I.M.P, but for group chats, which you can have. So say you are someone that has a lot of like market insight, lots of market alpha. You can host your group chats in a P.I.M.P.like interface, like you see here. And you can have people buy an NFT, which is used to token gate the group chat. And it's all hosted on Oasis ROFL. So here's how the flows works.
One each. About the DAM.
Sorry?
Where DAM stands for. DAM stands for
Yeah, you have
decentralized, automated, no?
decentralized, authenticated
messaging.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So everyone knows, and ROFL, I think you have all discovered by now.
So for the user flow, the one that creates a chat goes through this interface, and you can give it a title like Alpha Gang, and you can give it some description, and you can choose what price in Oasis tokens that you want. So say it costs 10 rows to mint the NFT. You can then create the NFT.
So here it's also showing that it's 10 the price to enter the chat. So not everyone can enter the chat, only if you pay the 10.
Yeah, and I didn't really prepare enough to have testnet rows in my wallet, so I'm sorry about that. But let's imagine that I did that. And then it will be hosted on here, and the users can buy into and unlock the chats.
Maybe I go to
You want to go through the...
Yeah, to the how.
To the how?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of the flow. The end user interacts with the front end, which in turn interacts with the ROFL TEE, which is hosting both the entire API endpoint as well as a full-on Noster relay, which is the messaging system that we're using. So I don't know if you're familiar with Noster, but it's basically like a social media platform thing that's on top of Bitcoin, which is hosted inside of the ROFL. And we also host a MongoDB database, which is used to keep track of which Oasis user is connected to which Noster key. And here we have some pictures of the flow. So here you will be able to browse the chats, you would be able to connect your wallet, and you would also get the alpha, and in the end you would get rich together.
And that's of course fun.
Yeah. And
Shortly about the team, Jack, the great presenter, he did a lot of hacking, the rest as well. Unfortunately, not all of us could be here, but we are proudly to present ROFL.DAM, and we want to thank everyone, the organization, for being here to present for you today. And I hope you're all enthusiastic about our project. And feel free to ask questions. Thank you.
woo! Thank you very much.
So we have these amazing, for all the top 10 apparently.
That's exotic.
Cool. If we can stick up the Slido, let's see if what questions there are. You need to disable the
Yeah.
that one.
Nuts. Be kind, please.
No more.
Behave.
What is on chain here?
What's on chain? The ROFL is on chain on the Sapphire network. So on the ROFL, as I said, we have a full Nostr relay, as well as we have the database which connects the users' Oasis account to their Nostr account, their Nostr keys, basically. And we also have the NFT on the Sapphire network, which is used to token gate the chats.
Cool. Any other questions?
Yeah, the TE is the ROFL. So, yeah, all of those parts that I just mentioned is inside of the TE. And if we are planning to develop this further on, all of us have full-time jobs, so with a bit of support, maybe. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I would like that too, if Vitalik would do that.
Practicality, privacy integrated now?
How exactly do you mean?
Is privacy, I guess, is privacy integrated into it today?
Yes, since it's on ROFL and since it's only communicating with the Nostr relay that's within the ROFL, so it's kind of its own separated Nostr cluster, and not inside of the distributed Nostr.
Cool. The other questions, guys, I know we're all having fun, okay? But keep it PG, all right? Cool. I think that's it. Please give a round of applause. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. I kind of forgot to say one really important thing. If we can go back a slide, I think, before we jump into the next one. Or is it the slide afterwards? I can't remember where it is. But the really important thing is that actually the top 10 teams have each won $1,000 each, right? So that, that's a pretty, I know it's one of the slides somewhere, but I think it's important to say it now. And later on, I'm going to do a shout out to the sponsor because I'm waiting for their logo to pop up here because I know what it is in my head, but I'm going to do the shout out. All right, I recognize you. You live in Amsterdam. Cool. You feeling ready?
I am.
Then take it away. You got 5 minutes. And again, questions, serious questions, please.
Now I'm ready.
Hit it.
So, to start off on a positive note, we're not going to live forever. And we do need to think about that. Everybody here holds crypto, and what's going to happen with my crypto when I'm no longer here? Is it going to be sitting somewhere in a wallet? Well, we don't want that. So there are some solutions for that. You can put it in a vault and you can distribute it. But here, actually being on-chain is worse than real life. In real life, if I have a lost will, I'll deposit it with a notary that will keep it safe. And once I'm gone, only then my family, my loved ones will get that will and will, well, either accept it or fight it out. But on blockchain, everything is visible. So can you imagine what would happen if I would just publish my will and my family would see, oh, he's getting a little bit more or he's getting a little bit less. You know, that would make the people I care about most come and pressure me, which is definitely something that you want to prevent. So we're looking at how can we make Web3 at least as private as currently real life. And that's where Testament comes in. So how does this work? Well, first, we're going to create a will. Here we can give a last message to my beneficiaries. And I can set up a number of wallets and say how many, what's the portion everybody is getting. Okay, now, of course, I need to switch the thing. Okay. I'm just gonna continue. So after creating my will, there's a vault, and I can deposit some crypto in the vault that's going to automatically be distributed among my beneficiaries. So while I'm alive, I have to say I'm alive. This is a dead man switch. So normally you would integrate it into your wallet, where periodically you would say like, hey, I'm still alive, I'm still here, and please do not publish this, this will. But once I'm gone, my family is able to access this page where they can see my last message, see the beneficiaries, and automatically distribute it among the wallets. So how does this work? There are two smart contracts. One is the vault, and the other one is the testament, which actually contains the will. So that's important, because the testament lives on Oasis Sapphire, where it's encrypted, and only after the expiry date, the will becomes visible. So I've been using Hyperlane for cross-chain communication, where the vault will securely connect the will from the testament contract. So I think this is a very practical and understandable use of Oasis Sapphire. That's the presentation. I'm ready for questions.
Cool. Thanks so much. And I actually like I like how it does nothing else, and it's just that. It's actually refreshing to see. There's too many fucking crypto super apps that have all the bells and whistles. So fuck that. If we can put the Slido up, that would be great. The first question was the P.I.M.P not working? No, because that's going to work after 5 o'clock apparently. I didn't know that just now. I do now. All right, next question. How do the beneficiaries get the private keys to access the funds?
In this case, the private keys are not shared. With a private key, there's only going to be one private key, so there's always going to be in control of somebody. Here, you deposit your crypto, your ERC20 or your native tokens onto a smart contract, and that will be able to distribute it among the heirs. While you're alive, you're able to withdraw it at any time.
Sick. How do I... the still alive button is hilarious. Nice one. Nice one. How do I explain blockchain to Granny? Well, do you really want to take that? There you go, that one at the top. But what about the assets that was in my active wallet, not deposited here? Because I was planning on dying, not dying, on dying just yet. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, this is one solution, I think, as part of a bigger solution. You do also want to share your private keys for maybe the crypto that you have in some kind of DeFi product. So you would have this, which sends everything to distribute everything among the heirs, and then you would have additional solutions for that.
Cool. What happens if you're unable to ping you're alive?
Well,
you're dead, right?
Well, there are two ways that can happen. One is you're dead. Well, then this does exactly what it's supposed to be.
It says on the tin.
Or you've lost your keys. So if you have lost your keys, you can make this a two-step. So saying like first, you're able to maybe collect it yourself, but in any case, it's better if it goes to the people that you love rather than just being lost in the wallet forever.
Well, there you go. Private new distributor, again, PG, but I assume it could also be used for that if you wanted it. I'm not sure why you would. Last question, take your pick.
What if all your family is deceased? Well...
All right.
Okay.
Which one's the first one?
The wallet question.
What? Let's see.
Integrating it into a wallet.
Yeah, could you integrate it into a wallet?
Yes, I think you should integrate this into a wallet. Like you won't go to a dApp every time clicking your I'm still alive, but it would typically be something that would be inside your wallet. And if you would open your wallet, it would send that ping. And if you don't open your wallet for a while, it will send you a notification like, hey, are you still alive? Or not.
Or not. Cool. Well, thank you so much. Also, thank you for the questions. You're going to get this.
Thank you so much. I'll take that.
Cool. All right. So quickly going back to the deck, we should now have the sponsor. It was the Acronym Foundation who gave $1,000 to every of the top 10 teams. Please give a huge round of applause. Thank you so much to them. Thank you for coming to ETHDam and supporting it. So next up, we have ChainLabGrid. No? Or P.I.M.P? ChainLab? ChainLab, that's why I see ChainLab there. You see ChainLab there? Do you guys see ChainLab there? Yeah. One more time? Yeah. A little bit more enthusiasm, come on. Do you guys see it there? Yeah! Fuck yeah, take it away, dude. Oh, I got your mic, shit.
Thank you. So hi, we're ChainLab. We're going to present something really technical with a lot of bells and whistles that wasn't necessarily appreciated before, but I hope we don't bore you. This comes from a need of resources which can either go into research or can either go to beginners at the start of the step. But basically what we want to do is that we want to share our resources with virtually anyone for a price or for a reward. We're going to decide how we call that fancy. And what this comes from, imagine you have a super important task that you want to solve, and you can scale infinitely horizontally. Well, at least theoretically, you can scale infinitely horizontally, but you don't. Because you have a PC, you have a server, maybe you have another laptop, but then what do? But your friend has a laptop. You may have a PC at home, another friend has a laptop, and so on. Imagine you could share the task across everyone anywhere in the world, anonymously, and everyone can bid as much resource as you want. So today I'm using the PC, I'm gaming, I'm working, and so on, but I have 2 gigabytes of RAM spare. I can share those. Tomorrow I'm going outside, so I have my whole PC, I'm giving that, and someone can use it for good. And to give even more context to this, during COVID, there was a huge race in solving this, and anyone, as a researcher, could contribute to this. I'm a researcher, I contributed, and sadly it was a closed network, so only researchers could use their own resources, so our own stations, PCs, or university machines, to help that. Imagine how fast we could have solved that if anyone could contribute with anything. Now, this is the ideal case. Not everything can be parallelized, not everything can be distributed, but many things can. And here we come. So what do we propose? So we share our resources with anyone. We define how big and how small the task is, and anyone can participate from anywhere. And this is securely validated by TEs. So anyone can do anything on any environment, but the validation is on us via TE, and in our case, via ROFL. So anyone, I propose a task which has subtasks, and anyone can pick any subtask, even myself. So if I have enough compute and I overestimated or underestimated my loads, I can pick another task so I can speed this up, but the validation can only be done in secure environments. And here are the main flows. With technologies, we have a cool front end in web, then we make a request via the main contract, so everything is on blockchain, we communicate only via contracts. And then there's the ROFL that makes this request of a contract an actual contract, and then from that contract you get items. So for example, I want to split my task into 4 tasks, let's say too small and too big. I'm going to make another contract that has 4 items, too small and too big, and anyone can pick them. And that's the beauty of it. Then from the web, I can pick it. I get available tasks that are basically on other subcontracts. I list everything, I pick it, let's say I want subtask X, and then it is assigned to me. But this is only on the front end. Then my own individual client on virtually any machine, because this is bound to me only by the wallet ID, so you can put the same wallet on virtually how many machines you want. is going to pick up the task if it's possible. Because on each individual client, you say, I can take small workloads, I can take big workloads, and so on and so forth. They're defined, you know what you get into, you know what reward you get for that. So there are going to be tasks that are free, and you can help the community, and there are tasks that are going to be rewarded. Yeah. And then the final stuff that needs to be validated, this is entirely on us, on secure environments. We're going to do something from the individual client. I'm going to say I'm done, and then we start moving. So when you see, this is ROFL, this is ROFL, this is ROFL. So after I'm done with my client, I submit the work in the contract, it's pending, and then things start get validated. When you provide the work, you also provide the mean to validate. So you're the subject matter expert. The way you say you want it validated, that's the way we validate it for you. Yeah, and that's the cool part. And then finally, when everything is done, we do the aggregation and we post encrypted only for the original poster to see. Yeah. So every piece is encoded only for you, and everything, the final thing, is encoded again only for you. I'm going to stop here. We have some videos, and why I choose this. I think it's obvious, decentralized. So the only way you're identified is via the wallet ID, and that's only to make sure not two persons pick the same item, and to make sure that we reward you properly. And then, of course, it's built for AI. I started in the mind for AI, so it's implemented for Hugging Face transformers, if you want details. But it's designed to do any computational task. So the current implementations work with Hugging Face transformers, so you can do pretty much any task that's going in there, and it's going to be distributed. Thanks.
Yeah, great job. Let's pull out the Slido to see if you have any questions from the audience so far. Okay, now, show real product or at least MVP, how a group of 4 people introduce only block diagrams, well, and hit top 10, laughing my ass off.
We have...
What can you say to that?
Yeah, so our product has 4 components, and we have demos. So the next slides are everything with demos and everything. You need a front end, can be anywhere. You need an orchestrator, can be on any machine. You need a validator, can only be on TE machines, and you need the aggregator that can be only on TE machines. So we worked on many pieces, and if you see our repository, you're going to see that we did way too many repositories for our own sake, and issues, and so on and so forth. But for us, you're going to see only the UI and logs. So if you're going to access our presentation, which I think it's public, you're going to see that for the backend and the orchestrator, you get a lot of logs from the contractors, from the demo, from the everything, and it's public. You're going to see a lot of Python code for agents, and I'm sorry for that. That's the minimal thing I could do.
All right. Is it like Zebra, Lancer, private and anonymous crowdsourcing system atop open blockchain?
Let's say, yeah. Let's say,
okay,
yeah.
Great. I saw someone put a ticker in there. He was trying to sell his meme coin. No, we're not going to pump your stuff, okay? So keep that to yourself. What other protocols or tools like Oasis have you considered?
For the current implementation, as a disclaimer, we're new. For me, for example, I just discovered blockchain, how you implement it. I know about blockchain long ago, but I just started developing on it. So for this, we needed only a secure way to exchange messages, pay people for their work, and securely validate and aggregate. So the more we're going to develop this, and it's open for anyone to contribute, the more we can build functionality. So for AI agents, at least, we didn't need any more than that. For other workloads, I'm pretty sure we're going to need other things like databases and so on.
All right.
So for AI, you just need a data set and a model.
Well, the diagrams were nice, though. So I think,
you.
yeah, that you can definitely take. And well done. Another round of applause to them, guys.
Thank you.
Huge team, huge team. There you go. Thank you. Oh, a lot of hair. Well done, guys. Thank you. All right. Yeah, perfect. Moving on. Next we have...
ZK Paul.
Exactly. Welcome to the stage. Now, here you go. Pitch ZK Paul to everyone. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, currently, like, if you want to get inboard, like, we're talking about like a lot of how we can inboard like users into Web3. But currently, if you want to have blockchain, I mean cryptos, you need to pass like on centralized exchange, like doing a KYC, waiting for confirmation, etc. why not can we just go back to the root of blockchain and like be able to exchange like peer-to-peer like network? And so we wanted like to use like existing application that anyone using, such as PayPal, to be able to exchange USDC from PayPal and USDC on blockchain. So how it's going on? Basically, we're going to create like on the smart contract an entry where we're going to lock some USDC. So here I'm going to put like an amount and also my PayPal handle. And so basically, through this form, I'm going to log some USDC on the smart contract. And I'm going to wait for someone that is willing to pay me on PayPal the same amount. So yeah, for that, we are using like Oasis Sapphire, allowing us to kind of encrypt like the PayPal handle, because I do not want to share it with anyone, only with someone that is willing to pay me on PayPal. So yeah, I'm waiting like the transaction, and then I'm going to send it the USDC. And so yeah, to go to the next part, so basically once I'm going to send like some dollars with PayPal, I'm going to receive an email, and this email will act as an attestation that I've sent like the dollar to another address. And with this email, I'm going to kind of use it to unlock the fund on the smart contract. Just going back, so not for the demo, but for the demo I'm using the same account, but the idea will be like to use another account to subscribe for this one. And once you subscribe, I should have access now to the PayPal handle. And so basically, to get access to the PayPal handle, I need to kind of create a viewing key, allowing me to use this viewing key on the smart contract and be able to prove that I have subscribed to this entry. And then using this PayPal, I'm going to send the fund. And so use after that like the email that I'm going to receive from PayPal to validate it. And so yeah,
and then so once the mail is sent, we transfer it into another mail that's owned by the TE, ROFL. And so the last part to validate is inside of a ROFL image. We parse the mail to verify the amount and verify the truth of the mail, if it was really coming from PayPal in the beginning. And once this is verified, we call back the original contract in order to release the funds. But there is also the option we'd like to explore, such as a multi-platform, a multi-cross chain. So being able to lock funds in different blockchain into accounts owned by the TE in order to be able to withdraw funds in any blockchain.
Yeah, so the main idea with zkPal is to onboard the users by using like their daily applications such as PayPal and facilitate like how you can exchange as a peer-to-peer some crypto and some USDC, I mean some dollars. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Well done. Let's move on to Slido. All right, see, questions? What about PayPal fees? Could you move it? Yes.
Yeah, we didn't take that into consideration. It can be. So basically, you just need to put like the amount that is locked on the smart contract. So if, for instance, it is 50 USDC, you need to send 50 USDC. So yeah, if there is additional fees, you need to take that into consideration to be able to unlock them in the smart contract.
And during our test, it was sending to friends, so there was no fees, actually.
Okay. Let's see. How do you guarantee that the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, the email comes from PayPal. So this is like our first approach was to use ZK MA for that. But unfortunately, like the mail was too large to generate like a ZK proof. But the main idea will be like to use the information that we have from the headers. So basically the hash of the body and the signature that's coming from the PayPal certificates. So the PayPal certificate will act as an attestation to validate the mail, to guarantee the mail.
Okay, amazing. Okay, let's pick up one. What about replay attacks? Can you validate that an email has already been used as proof?
Yeah, so this is a good question. Currently, we limited our use case with only one handle, so you cannot like create a bunch of different handles, same handles with different amounts. So this is kind of limited at the moment. And also, this is something we need to consider is how we can maybe use like the transaction hash from PayPal, and maybe also use this to validate, directly from the API from PayPal that the transaction is correct, So that could be like an additional layer that we can think and implement.
Okay, and the question is like, so PayPal does the KYC and AML?
Yeah, we don't touch anything to PayPal. You have an account, you send in the phone, that's all.
Okay, and how about security? What if you take money from a criminal?
That's a good question. I don't have a proper answer for this one. We can have like one guarantee from PayPal because the account will be created, and we kind of delegate all the registration part from PayPal. The main concern comes from the USDC, like where did you get the USDC? And for that, we have like I have no solution yet. Yeah.
How do you guarantee the email comes from PayPal?
Yeah, it's by the when you receive an email, it is signed from the PayPal certificate. So usually you can see that when you go to PayPal, you have like the green catalogs, and behind you have like a certificate that's signed, like the transaction. And basically, we are leveraging this inside the email, where you're using like the signature that is sent from PayPal, and that can act as a proof that this is PayPal that sent it to you.
And lastly, you have a lot of people who are supporting you. They're saying hello, and they knew we'd win. So well done, and another round of applause to them, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Moving on, we are going to another winner, which is Shield Wallet.
Shield Wallet, yes.
Yes, take the stage, guys.
Hello, guys. I am Gianfranco and Alex, and yeah, what we proposed for the hackathon is you can see it as a new implementation of Safe, the wallet that is used in the ecosystem, but with built-in security features for as justification of our project.
Can we show the slides? Yes, please.
Technical problem. Yes, amazing. Thank you.
Okay, now.
Yeah, should work now.
Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with the Rect leaderboard, but basically, the exploits in Web3 that most value has been stolen, like sorted. And the first one was the Bybit, very famous one. But there is another one also in the same top 10 exploits that the root cause at the end was the same. It was like a phishing attack to safe signers and do a bad UX in safe, like they signed a transaction that they lost all the money, and it's a huge amount of money. So this is required right now in the ecosystem, to have a better implementation of hardware wallets, because we are doing something that is wrong now. Yeah, and this guy is waiting for for you to sing a malicious transaction. So Safe has high flexibility, but it's highly complex, and this has a high risk. So let me think. Okay, yeah. What we're proposing is not compete directly against Safe, but just build a high secure smart account for the use case of high value. And yeah, to have a bit of context, there are 3 million Safe deployed, but just there are 2,000 case Safe that has a threshold higher than 3, and yeah, the market share that we're targeting is Safe that don't use modules and don't use sponsored transactions, and perform just basic operation of transfer from like more than 60% of the operations are transfer user or transfer from. So we do not need like for this market share, we do not need like all the safe complexity, and this enables us to build like a simplified version and with like thinking in security. Let's talk about some of the features. The first feature that we implemented is a simple meta transaction format. You can see this Solidity struct that is a call, and it's super simple because the Ethereum opcode call is just 2, value and data. And if you want to abstract and gas also, but gas is completely abstracted because we're thinking only in security stuff. So we just need these 3 fields. Another of the feature is that in Safe, the execution happens atomically. So once the signet transaction gets on chain, it's directly executed. So what we did is to include a time lock and propose a process of committing on chain and then executing it. With a required delay. Another feature that we implemented is in Safe we only have just one single threshold to do any action. So we added some kind of different roles that depending on the threshold. So we can define, for example, a super user account that requires 5 thresholds of the owners as quorum to do operations like upgrade the wallet. In Safe, like the same threshold that upgrades the wallet executes a transfer. So this is another of the features. And then,
about the whitelisted.
This is, I think, is after.
No.
I want to talk also about because Safe uses like a custom implementation of the API, like of the interface. So it has vendor lock somehow. So we use it as standard. This is a standard for smart accounts. So you use that. So it's standardized how to execute stuff in our wallet. And also we added a white list that by default there is nothing. You can do nothing with the Safe with this Shield wallet, but you have to whitelist just the specific operations that you want. For example, if you want to the wallet to just transfer USDC, you have to create a rule to just to transfer USDC. So this is everything. I think it's time.
Yes, big round of applause, guys.
Thank you. Let's take it. Okay.
Amazing. Let's pull up the Slido for questions. All right. Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I think you're very popular, ladies. Let's. During this which weekend you created this? Did you create it in just the weekend, the hackathon?
Yeah. Like Friday. Yeah. I was hacking in the plane coming already because I got in the afternoon.
How does your solution help with malicious data injection? That's how they got hacked.
Basically, if you don't have a whitelist operation, even if you get malicious data, the wallet will directly reject because this operation is not allowed.
Okay. Nice approach. Simplicity lends itself to security.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Are you giving your Telegram? Because apparently...
it's my name. It's Gianfranco.
Well, there you go, people. Another round of applause to them, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, well done.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We are going to move on to the next. They're still getting ready.
What's his TG?
GG?
Did he say his Telegram?
He said his name.
Okay.
Yeah. So you were the one asking for it. Now we know. Amazing.
HDMI?
Yes, you can.
Let's see. Sorry about this. No, this is totally fine. Well, up next we have HealthTrust. From what I can see, it's probably something to do with health data on the blockchain. I could be wrong, but let them tell about it.
Yeah.
Tell us, guys.
Okay, so before we get started, raise your hand if you like money. Great. So what if I told you that you could make money by sleeping, by exercising, or just by existing? Well, I'm not, for now. Okay, so we are HealthTrust, and basically own your data and earn what you're worth.
So, whoops, I don't know what that is. So basically, 534 million wearable devices were shipped last year, and 60% of the owners have fear of their data being misused. And then you can see there's a bunch of cyber attacks relating to health data, which is super concerning because who wants their medical documents out in the public, right? You can see 23andMe, big ass company, got hacked. Like what? So there's this huge trust gap. And with our solution, with what we made this hackathon, we tried to unlock a huge unutilized personal health data pool without ever releasing any raw files. And I'll tell you guys how we did that in a second, which I think it's a bit obvious. But so there's two ways we thought about implementing this. One where the users, the people uploading the data, would be more prioritized, and one where researchers would be more prioritized. We decided to follow the UX one, just for the hackathon, where we try to make the users' data easier to upload, and then they don't have to do anything, and they still get money. But for this one, it would be where scientists upload studies, and people can opt in. So it's a bit better, I guess, because because users don't have to participate in studies they don't want to. But then, so yeah, you guys remember Sweatcoin? Yeah. Anyways, it was massive back then. So what we're building kind of resembles the same ideas where you can do everyday stuff and get paid in crypto. And then Gen Z, 40% of us already share health data with some app. So why not make money out of that? Exactly. And then, yeah, total addressable market is $8.9 trillion, which is crazy. But this is the user flow. I dumbed it down a lot. So the user uploads its file, they encrypt it and send it to IPFS, and then they just can get money out of it. The scientists can see all the data entries, select one, and then the T, the ROFL.DAM, will process it, and they can then decrypt using their own private key to see the data. We use Oasis's T's, and I forgot what this slide was, but anyways, I'll just talk about the architecture. This is not exactly it. It's the older version, but still resembles what we're trying to do. The patient uploads data to IPFS, the actually encrypted data using the T's public key. Then it stores the metadata on our smart contract, where researchers can then fetch it. And if they choose, if they find a data entry, cool, they can just purchase it. The smart contract will emit an event, which the T will be listening to. Then it will compute everything by fetching the ciphertext from IPFS, decrypting it, doing any computation, and then storing the results, encrypting the results with the researcher's public key and storing it on IPFS so that the researcher can then fetch it and decrypt it. So I have a really, really quick demo. I don't want to waste your guys' time. But you can see, let's go to the dashboard. Let's say I'm a user. I want to upload this data set that is just timestamp, my heart rate, and my blood oxygen levels. These are metrics that almost any smartwatch can measure. So you have that here. You go down. You choose. You put a bit more information about who you are. This is not my actual hat, by the way. Let's say I have asthma, just for this case. You click that, and then you get an issue. Oh no, you actually get to sign a transaction. That's cool. And then, yeah, so the data is now being encrypted and uploaded to IPFS, and then the metadata is being sent to our smart contracts, where oh, there you go. you can see dataset 1 is the one we just uploaded. Now let's say I'm a researcher and I want to use dataset 1. I just come here. I can actually view details and see a bit more information. Like in a production-ready environment, we would have more data, but this is just what we got so far. Then we just purchase and confirm. I'm going to show you guys the console of the container. This would be running on a T, but I just want to show you guys how this works. So this listen is listening to events, gets the ciphertext, decrypts it, and then calculates averages and uploads it to IPFS. But this is just one application, averages. But in reality, we want to make sure that researchers can use any type of computation with the data. But yeah, that's it. Sorry, my bad.
No, totally nice explanation, and a round of applause for them, guys. First, can move on. Let's pivot to the slide, though. Let's see. How does a buyer know it's not fake data?
Great question. So the big vision of this would be where somebody's wearing an Apple Watch or whatever, smart band, and we would standardize this data so that we know with the format of the data, what kind of data there is, so that researchers aren't just gambling for what they're paying. So we kind of do know what the data is, we just don't know the values.
Okay, okay. How should I pay fees? Why should I pay fees to upload my data?
That is that's a good question. It's just on-chain gas, I guess. But researchers could. I thought about this mechanism where researchers could sponsor the transaction so that users would genuinely have the most, wouldn't have to do anything. Data just comes from my Apple Watch to my platform to the researcher's computational key. I don't know how to say that, but you get it.
Yes. I think there are no longer any questions. Someone said number 1, so you can.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Another round of applause for them, guys. Yes, well done. Well done, guys. Well done. Yes. And moving on, we have Røpe. Now.
All right.
Okay. Yes. Slides are ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the stage. Take it away, guys.
Yeah, hello. I'm Feyyaz from IT Blockchain, and we built Røpe. It's an MCP service which handles on-ramp and off-ramp solutions for end users. If you want to buy crypto from your bank accounts, you have 3 and now 4 options. Maybe you can use JAX, maybe you can use centralized option on-ramps, and maybe you can use ZK peer-to-peer, and now you can use ZK PAL. If you use centralized on-ramps, you need to pass KYC, you lost your privacy, and other things. And if you want to use ZK peer-to-peer or ZK PAL, you need to prove your email, you need to prove your transaction with ZK TLS. And we are solving with AI agents. No KYC, no middleman problem, no need to trust, no friction, no user-side confirmation. You can buy any token on any chain with just a single bank account transaction. We use TLS Notary and ROFL, MCP, CCTP, and OPL. Here is our architecture. User sends requests to our LLM interface, and it interacts with ROFL application and proving your bank transaction with TLS Notary. And after verification, it can send your request with CCTP through any chain. Time to demo, I guess. Just we are talking with MCP. No need to connect your wallets. It's just connection problem. Yeah. Sorry for that.
This is a life demo, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it works always in test, and then, well, hey.
We test many times.
Yeah.
And we present to judge.
But I think you have something going on. Oh. Can always try. One more try.
Show us a history.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You just give some informations like wallet address, bank accounts, and also MCP sends bank account number for bank deposits. And when you send fiat money to agents, it will let with TLS Notaria and sends you crypto on any chain. And we can show you from bank accounts. Yeah. These are transactions verified with TLS Notaria. Sorry for demo crash. That's all.
Well done, guys. Well done. Sometimes that's the life of a developer. You run a lot of tests, and when you have to show it, you have hiccups. It happens. Now, let's see. Let's go on to the Slido. See the questions that we have. All right. Okay. It must be hidden from the bank that you are buying crypto because many banks will block the bank account after the purchase.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is much of a question. I think it's more of a statement. But either ways, okay, yeah. What if the I saw something about the model. What if the model hallucinates? But we can. How is trust established?
It's working on TE, and if you want to request outside of TE, we are verifying with TLS Notary, and we want to create ZK proof and verify its own chain. So I think we can say trustless, right?
Okay, perfect. What if the model hallucinates? Well, we all know because AI agents love to do that. So,
actually, model doesn't send transactions. It's just directing users' intention to our ROFL application. So it's no problem for our side.
Okay. How do I need to integrate with my fiat bank account to use your service? If so, how is it private? So they're asking basically if they have to use their bank account and integrate it to your service. Is it how is that private? Is it private?
I think I didn't say private. I just said secure.
Okay. Nice. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Why chatbot UI for banking? It's stupid. I don't. Yeah. What do you have to say to that? Yeah, exactly. Boo. Yeah. If you can give constructive criticism, you just don't say something like that. Okay. How this is different from ZK P2P besides the LLM? So yeah. Is there like a major difference in that sense?
When you use ZK P2P, you need to install extension, and you need to verify your Revolut transaction or Cash App transaction directly from client side. But we are using TLS Notary and verifying from agent side. So you don't need to install any extension. You're just writing, I want to buy USDC.
Okay.
And it sends.
Okay, we have 3 more questions. Just pick one. I think the first one might be the most interesting, but yeah, just pick one. And yeah, let's go from there.
Have you published your contract sources? We published our repo, and you can find IT blockchain GitHub accounts.
All right. I think that's it. Well done. A round of applause to them, guys. Well done. Thank you. Oops. Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And Leslie, you. Well done. Okay, moving on. Yes, we have a team. Do we have a product name?
Pasanaku. Yeah, there you
go. Exactly. Pasanaku. Welcome, guys. Now, the stage is yours, guys.
Thank you. Who else is sleep deprived and wants to just go home? Nice, yeah, that's what I thought. Hi, everyone. I'm Nico, and together with Marco.
Hello.
And our other teammate, Kevin, who is now moving abroad. This was our last EU hackathon together, so shout out to him and a good trip. We're here to present Pasanaku, a community-based rotating savings and credit system. This is based on what's called a ROSCA, a Rotating Savings and Credit Association. Basically, how it works is, let's say, in a cadence of 1 month, all the members of the community give, let's say, $100 to one of the members. So with this injection of liquidity, they can fund their operations or whatever. And then the next month, the next person comes in and they receive the money, like the same $100 from all the members, right? So it's a sort of informal financial institution that is mostly found in developing countries. It's sort of a community loan without interest. And yeah, it's pretty much a worldwide phenomenon, works in Latin America, Africa, Asia, under many different names, a very grassroots financial movement that's been going for centuries. And yeah, we believe that with Circles, we could take it to the next level, Circles being a sort of like tokenized trust idea. And yeah, well, this can onboard a few of these communities to crypto potentially, and maybe there's a new design space for these ROSCAs with programmable community currencies. Let's just take a look at how the app looks. It's quite simple. You have like your group and people can deposit money. So every Circle account is basically a safe. So I need to, my safe is connected here. Here what I'm doing is basically donating the CRC, that is like the Circles sort of token, to the group. In the background, this is basically giving my personal CRC token and minting the group token that goes into the shared pot. And then, as we can see, Nick Node is the current beneficiary that can withdraw the funds. And this will continue like that. Well, the next one will be Kevin, then Marco, and so on and so forth. And yeah, so that's, here I'm withdrawing the funds. The button to withdraw is kind of permissionless. That's how the next round starts, basically. So anybody can do it. And if we look at the, or the Metri, that's the kind of official Circles wallet, we can see that it's interacting with the Pasanaku contracts. Here I can see that I received the CRC. And yeah, this was quite a simple app to showcase the use case. But we believe that there's a bunch of other things that we can do in the future. For example, like configurable group creation, or even an AI chatbot that helps you identify what are the Pasanakus that fit you best, like the groups that fit you best. And some other features like blacklisting people who don't pay their contribution, or yeah, blocking withdrawal until everyone has contributed the funds. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. Oh, do you want to say something?
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Maybe if someone's interested in the technical side, it's basically a smart contract that acts as an organization on Circle. It gets added to the group. So you already have like trust in your group, right? And then it gets added to the group. You send your circles, they get turned into group circles, which is basically like a reserve of all the user circles, and then yeah, you can like withdraw and redeem them back into personal circles. So it's like trust end to end, basically.
Okay, that's very nice.
Sorry, brother.
The first question is, how does this keep the person who receives the money responsible for paying the loan back?
Yeah, this is something we haven't implemented, so it's pretty much based on trust, right? Like that's, I think, the core principle of Circles. Like we use this hackathon to explore what Circles is actually about. I would say, yeah, it's, you know, the next, what I mentioned in the future, what we would add is like something that kick this person out of the of this savings circle if they don't commit or you know, find some mechanisms to mitigate that.
Does your smart contract need confidentiality? Hint, Oasis, Sapphire.
We were thinking about this, and to be honest, I don't think it. Maybe like in a way, if you want to kind of like hide the community itself as a whole, could be interesting. But you know, within the community, the whole point a little bit is like that there is this transparency, but you know, there's always some privacy that we can sneak in there.
Yeah, maybe that's an opportunity for Circles to do a V3.
Okay, interesting. What if no one withdraws or needs the money?
Good question. I mean, like the next round doesn't start if the person doesn't withdraw. So that's why we made the withdraw button kind of permissionless, so that anybody can execute it and get the next round starting.
Okay.
And they're always free to send the circles to someone else when they need it.
Okay. I think that's all the questions. Well, no, one more time, a round of applause to them. Well done, guys. Next, we're going to move on to Hacktivist Toolkit. A round of applause, guys.
I will start with a story. In fact, I will share a few stories, because when you get a unique opportunity to be in the same room with people that share the common value of privacy and security needing to be a human right, you want to share more stories because you think they will learn and they will want to build more things like what we've built during this hackathon. I have a friend, and she was one of the leaders of the activist group that took Shell, one of the biggest oil companies in Europe, to the court and successfully won. It was one of the biggest fights against it. When they had their secret meetings to organize and plan, they would put their phones into a freezer. They would put their phones into a freezer thinking that it will prevent from being hacked, from being listened to. They took over a Shell, a giant company, and that was their level of understanding and the amount of tools that they were reaching and that they could reach. So when we came to this hackathon, we decided to go together because we believed in the values and something to build what Alexi and what Judith were speaking earlier, a blockchain that is a necessity and a tool and not a nice to have. A blockchain that you don't need to say that it was built on it, but it serves the purpose of a good. So, just for the hackathon's sake, we decided to focus on a few features, and the features need to bring another story. That same activist, not that long ago, crossed the border to secure and save refugees. She was arrested on the border, and she was taken into custody. For 12 hours, she was not given a right to call or contact anyone. During that time, they were using intimidation tools and tactics, and she was quite naively giving up a lot of the information. She gave up password to her phone, to her laptop, and all of a sudden they had access to incredibly vulnerable data. She could not get a legal advice to understand that she did not need to do that. For that case, we wanted to implement a dead man switch. So one of the features that we built during this hackathon is something, let's say I know I'm going to a protest and I have a chance to be arrested. I might be crossing a border or might be in a vulnerable situation. I set a timer and I say, if in 6 hours I do not check in with you with an app, please send an automated message to my lawyer, to my activist group. It is your right to choose where you want that message to go. So that is one of the features. Now, another one is proof of protest. Now, you would think, okay, why do you need to prove that you were at a protest, right? A lot of the people try to hide that. In fact, a lot of people don't want to be photographed at a protest, right? So if you are an activist and all of a sudden you're in a situation that you need to seek asylum because you're a transgender activist and your country all of a sudden says that you can get a death sentence for being one, you go and seek asylum. You apply for asylum and all of a sudden you're being faced with a dilemma. How do I prove that I am an activist? How can you prove if you don't have the pictures? Are you going to show the logs of the chats with the other activists? That's also not the case. So we decided to build a proof of protest. A geolocation and peer attestation based. If I was at a protest, we will prove how many people were there at that time and for what cause they were. So this way we prevent that even in 100 years, if some government will say, no one cared about transgender rights during that time, those images, they're made by AI of the 1,000 people standing in an alley. Well, blockchain is a perfect solution for that, right? Because we don't need to tell the people that it was built on it, but it's immutable. And that's where we got into the UX and UI. We knew that the big challenge will be to build something that we're not going to talk about blockchain or going to make something fancy. It needs to be simple, right? A lot of the activists are anarchists. They don't really care about the tech. So something that will be easily usable. Now, how did we build that?
Speaking of which, as you can see, we love talking about people. And it's time to understand that when you're talking about UX, it's about people. It's about building something for real people that real people can actually use. So that's basically what we did in here. As you can see, we focused, of course, in the understanding of this context. There is the activist who is attending a protest, but there is also the person who is organizing that protest. Let's go through this journey where we are going to see how it happens for someone who wants to join a protest. So, first of all, you can connect your wallet. Of course, I'm just going to continue as a guest for the sake of demo. And then here I can say that I have a code. So this is an invite-only experience, and then you can paste your code, and you have access to the protest. Once you do have access, ideally there should be a QR code in here because it's running on top of everything now, but you would show that QR code to the trusted party in that protest. In this case, the admin, who has the rights to attest that you're there. And we will explain more about that in a second. But once you have that, you have also the option to activate the deaf man switch. So that's when you're basically clicking here. Again, for the sake of demo, just 5 seconds so you can see how it works. 30 seconds, the switch duration, and then whatever message I would like to help, something like that. So yeah, as you can see, the next check-in will happen now. So you can check in, and that's how you say, I'm still alive, or I'm still okay. And that's basically how it works. And then you can also deactivate. From a admin perspective, if we would look at how it works, it would basically start for you to create the protest. You can add your name. So let's say, basically this, you add the date, and then you publish it. Once you publish, you will be able to see the numbers of attendance. Because that's what you realize when you understand the context. As someone who is organizing, knowing how many people are being part of it, it's super important. And of course, I need to scan the QR codes, and that's how it will count the number of people that is actually attending. And I can also share the codes with more people, and then at the end, I can close the protest and issue the proof. That's how you have this proof of protest from an admin perspective. Let's dive into the tech side of things now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's all the time we have. But again, really amazing product, amazing for hacktivism. I think it's really great product that you've made. And yeah, let's give it up for them. Please come to the stage. Do we have Slido? Yeah, we have some Slido. Okay, let's see. Yeah, where do we start? What if criminals create protests? How do you validate the course?
I guess we're going back to the same dilemma, right? Like we just had a very relevant talk about it. And when you buy a knife, are you going to cut the steak or go through the heart? Is it up to us to decide, and where do we draw the line? So it is a philosophical answer. I don't know if that satisfies you. But it is a good question. I would think about it. I would sit down. I don't think I could answer to you right now, but I would sit and think about it. How could we do that? Peer attestation, trusted parties, stakeholders of the activism communities that we're aware of could be the ones vouching for them. That's just some ideas coming from the top of my head.
Second question, could this solution not be used by governments to confirm participation in a protest and thus be used against you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the infiltrators thing.
Yeah, so obviously there is the risk of infiltrators. You know, in a lot of activism movements, they do have these issues of people coming in and trying to disrupt or even to gain like reputation and, you know, to do further damage there. And so what it really comes down to is these trust networks. You know, there is the PR attestation, the geolocation as well, but that doesn't obviously guarantee anything. That's why we had the dual combination. Yeah, at the end of the day, it is about the trust that you put into people, what groups you want to join, and which kind of, you know, people, leadership that you want to associate with and want to derive trust from.
Okay, okay. Next question. Aren't the protesters anonymous, like confidential smart contracts? Well, I think that could be a solution, yeah.
Yeah, so all the protesters are anonymous because we're using the Sapphire paradigm chain.
Yeah.
And so all that data is stored securely. Like Miguel was saying, one of our protesters, you know, organizing the activism events, they have just a big Excel sheet, you know, and that's not private at all. So, you know, to say the least. So having this in a confidential smart contract, and then being able to access that, you know, for the people that really need that information, you know, the organizers that want to activate these certain people, get a message out to them, you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's very nice. One more question. How to prevent an hack? The freezer should be set to what temperature? Just, you know.
I will call my friend and ask, but
Yes.
oh, by the way, actually, a lot of the members were followed and within like police dressed as regular clothing, so they were investigating them. So I think the freezer did not work. So maybe don't use that as a solution.
All right. Well, another round of applause for them, guys. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations.
This one?
Yes. All right. Guess what, guys? We've made it to the last one. Hey, amazing, right? Amazing.
Amazing.
And they also have a funny name, or at least I find it funny, which is P.I.M.P. So yeah, everyone, get ready to get pimped. And also, guys, oh, I think they have a little bit of technical issue. I actually wonder what the P.I.M.P. stands for, you know? So that would also be interesting.
Proof?
From another laptop.
Proof? Sure.
Is the website you have?
Yeah. Yeah. Still some technical issues. How excited are you guys, you know, for the after party later on?
Beer.
Yeah. I mean, there are games, there's free beer. What about food, though? Snacks, okay, yeah. That's how you know it's proper Dutch. No food, just snacks. That's how you know you're in Amsterdam, because there's no such thing as food. We only do snacks, snacks and beer. No, but yeah, seriously, it's been a great event so far. Actually, I'm so surprised what's going on now, because everything was working so flawlessly, and now we have a problem.
I'm going to help fill the time a little bit here. Another reminder for the wonderful jumpers, but also wanted to highlight this. Ta-da! If you've seen these in the cafe downstairs, they're these really cool artwork of Amsterdam, and we don't. Tara made them. Tara made them. Yay, Tara! Woo! But on the way out downstairs, feel free to take one because it actually is quite cute. I think I'm going to put one. This one's my one, so you can't take that one. I'm going to take that away. After this, there's one last final push, and then we're done. And so we're all super excited. Let's see. I think we've done a pretty good job so far, right, from a technical perspective. It's always the last one. All part of the fun. Do you want to come tell us what P.I.M.P stands for?
It will be much easier. So, yeah, hi, nice to meet you guys. We are the product. You haven't heard its name yet. You'll be just read it. This is the most important part about it. You could define what's behind it. You'll see the secret sauce. And yeah, our perfect team is trying to fix the issues between the two laptops because all the developers now, nothing works.
It's actually the third laptop.
So the idea behind our product was, first of all of us wanted to understand who will win this hackathon and who not. And how we can do that. This is what we're doing now. So without any other interruptions, let's start.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for having us. First of all, P.I.M.P stands for Privacy-Infused Market Predictions. Thanks. So what kind of problem we are trying to solve here? Current public prediction markets are broken. That's what we believe in. They leak alpha, bots front-run trades, so people are losing money on their strategies that they use to bet on different events, like Polymarket, for example, saw a plummeting after after the US elections. They lost like 80% of their volume just after that. And many of their whales kind of switched the markets, and many followed those whales and alleviated a lot of money from them. And basically those who are pros in trading can't monetize their strategies. They have to hide it, they have to just not utilize they have value lost basically. So what we have built during the hackathon is a smart contract that's governing the betting process using Oasis Sapphire and the front end for the demo, and a little bit about our business vision. So we are looking to launch like a flywheel economy where pros can sell their copy trading, like they can do like copy trading as a service. So they provide their strategy for the newbies, for like not necessarily newbies, any users who are willing to subscribe, and then the market grows, so there is more prediction market volume, and then that's a flywheel. So more people come to it. That's what we see. So further,
yeah, and if you're still like struggling, how's it different from a Polymarket, and like why do we need to build anything? Because it's still going to be sport betting, any type of betting, like whatever you want. But the thing is that during the process of market participation, everybody can see every trade. So due to Oasis, we can make it private and hide like all of the transactions till the market is going to be resolved. It's still going to show you aggregated data, like how much people participated in, how much volume is in the trade, and what is the ratio between that answers. But it's going to serve you and going to give you an opportunity to, for example, trade, to sell your trading strategy as a service, or copy trading as a service, as we thought. Yeah.
So we have prepared a demo, but we are let's see if we are able to show it. So what we've built is basically like a demonstration of yeah. So okay.
I think that picture
originally. Oh, yeah, wait, something is happening. Yeah, no, we can see you. Just a second.
I think a picture on the last slide literally shows it. It's just a bag on a bike. That's kind of product.
So let me do some technical details. This is, first of all, amazing UI. We did 3 user researches as we got black and white being in a trend now. So let's focus maybe on the technical background, what's happening here. So we created a smart contract which first of all, allows you to create bets, as it was discussed before. You could do predictions. Usually it's true or false. In some cases, you could do different rounds. And what's the point? How do we resolve it? Right now, transactions being submitted from the account, like 45, whatever, it's just numbers. But the main part that it's not being Oracle. The Oracle is defined once the contract is created. So you, as example, going to the lake, you wanted to jump from the hill to the water, and you're betting with your friend, can you do that or not? Of course, you need the third party to judge. I mean, maybe Oracle will not be available after all. So that's why, in some cases, you could delegate the right to decide or judge to someone else. It could be agent system, it could be governed system, it could be decentralized system and voting to understand how it goes. So we've placed some bets now. Let's see, can we resolve? Because, I mean, not us, but only demo. As you can see here, we have some colors, of course, it's important, to decide either resolve or true. Now we're being connected through the Oracle, and yeah, let's try. What will happen? Now we have total pool of 70 test tokens, which being spreaded between the winners, after all, by the proportion. I mean, we are fair. So, does it work? On 33 nodes of testnet? Yes. I believe so. So, the whole idea could be extended to any market. Sport, judging your friends, deciding who votes somewhere, getting some errors, or anywhere, anything else. The whole idea behind it, that in the end, all the votes are being transparent, so the system doesn't need to be validated. System is secure and private only once you're getting bits, not only after. So this is the whole idea.
Thank you for your attention.
Cool, thank you. Can you get 2 more? All right. Thank you very much. Let's see what questions you've got. And there are definitely no bugs. There were no error messages there whatsoever. That was all your imagination. Oh, rare. No. Cool. Any questions? Any questions? Going once, going twice.
No, let's do 5. I mean, we believe in people.
Let's see.
Yes.
I don't know why the POAP isn't working, okay, guys? All right, let's see. So you can follow other people's bets?
If the bettor is actually giving you a right. So in some specific cases, you could transparent your bets to someone else. You could deliver this option. You could share it through the Oracle, as Oracle could share the information about what's going on with additional properties, if it was defined in a contract, as well as you, as a person who was making the progress with betting, could share it with someone else. But the idea is that you're usually selling signals, not the strategy, right? You could show the results and show that you have a strategy going on.
Fair enough. There was one here of prediction market for beers at the after party. I actually think if you really wanted to, you could do it of the laser tag team, so people could place bets. So I don't know if that's going to be too much effort.
I mean, we have a few hours. I just got showered 2 hours ago, so I could do whatever. I could do whatever.
Good to go. Jesus. Is there a question on here? Can you also request the bet history of someone who's sharing or selling his bets? Can you do that on Polymarket?
Yeah, of course you can do that. This is basically how you could validate that someone is betting correctly or being successful. Yeah, so of course you could do that. The story of you placing bets from the specific account or a subset of the accounts could be shared and visible.
Yeah, and also just like after market is resolved, you can see on chain all of the data. So yeah, you could verify any bets and any good traders, and that's how they can market themselves.
So, additional questions that we got?
Well, there's a lot of stuff on there, but how serious it is, I don't know. Up for debate. All right, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to give you this. Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. Oh, of course.
All right. Give me a second. There we go. Congratulations, everyone. You did great. All right. Before moving on, I want everyone to say ETHDam on 3. 1, 2, 3. ETHDam. Fuck yeah. All right, I'm going to be using the clicker for this next part for the guys up the top, so just as an FYI. So, coming up next, does the POAP work? Yes? Yes or no? Okay, let's see. Well, we'll find out. There's the POAP again. Don't forget the POAP. If the POAP doesn't work, I'm sorry. It's not my fault, okay? I'm just the idiot that comes on stage and does this, all right? Take it up with tech support. So just as another thanks again for Acronym Foundation for sponsoring $1,000 for each of the top 10 teams. A round of applause. And now we're going to move on to the best of top 3. So this is just going to be really simple, and why this is happening is also very simple. The judges selected one project for each category, and they call it the best project of the hackathon within that category. There isn't an extra prize for this other than just fucking clout, okay? Right? So, for best privacy, we have Activist Toolkit. Based on the questions that they had, I'm going to assume that the judges know what they're talking about and it's not a honeypot. Okay? That's my assumption. Moving on to best security. Another round of applause. Best security goes to Shield Wallet. Big up, Shield Wallet. Wherever you are, congratulations. You get the best security clout. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get more stupid. Okay, best AI. AI's been in a few projects, so and everyone's used AI. Has anyone not used AI, actually? Please put up your hand. One off. Can you verify that? Best AI goes to Røpe. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, so those are the top 3. Again, good clout, great, good job, 10 points. Now we're going to move on to the partner bounties. Now, I'm going to do the announcement for the first one, and for the second one, someone else is going to come and share. So, for the first one, from Circles, I'm reading this out, sorry, but the best innovative dApp using the Circles SDK was DURL. Woo! I assume this will be sent to everyone afterwards so you can test it out. And the good thing about that one is that you guys go home with $2,000 today. Whoop whoop! Are you guys in the room at all or not? DURL. DURL? Yeah? No? Yeah? Fuck yeah! Woo! All right. And then we've got the community-focused dApps using groups, which I believe is also a part of Circle. Circles, not Circles, my bad. We've got one, and they each get $1,000 each, right? We've got Trust Fund. Woo! We've got Fiera. Big up. I heard a big up. Yeah, big up. And in third one, we've got how do you say this? Pasanaku. Pasanaku! All right, so those are the bounties from Circles. For the guys that used it, good job, congratulations. And now we're going to move on to Oasis. If you want to plug in your laptop, we'll get that sorted out. And obviously, Oasis has been a huge partner of ETHDam for many years now, so we very much appreciate that. It should come up on the screen at the back there if it all works. Fingers crossed. And just so you guys know, this actually is going to be the last time someone's going to plug in their laptop at ETHDam this year. This is how close we're getting, okay? This is how close we're getting to beers. There's another clicker there that you should have.
Thank you very much.
All right, I shall hand the stage over to Oasis.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. Love you. Absolutely love you. So how are you guys doing? Are you tired? Yeah. I get it. Are you ready to learn who goes home with a PlayStation? Yes, yes, yes. But before we get to that, I have a couple of words that I really want to get out there. So we're going to have an Oscar moment. I want to thank some people. So I want to thank every one of you for being here and making this such an awesome event. I want to thank all the volunteers who put up with us for the entire weekend. I want to thank the Crypto Canal team. They worked tirelessly to make this happen. I want to thank all the sponsors, and I want to thank my entire Oasis team because they showed up in massive numbers to meet you guys. And last but not least, I want to thank the queen of ETHDam, our mommy, Eleanor. I need some noise. So now let's move on to the prizes. And we're going to start with the general pool. So these are going to be all the projects that built and submitted on Oasis and presented, because unfortunately we had some people that didn't make it to the presentations. So without further ado, we have Activist Toolkit, Agents, Betty, ChainLabGrid, Parea, HealthTrust, Mooncraft, P.I.M.P, Pre-Waffle, ROFL.DAM, Rope, Testament, Token Bonds, Self-Improvement Contract, ZeroFL, and ZK-PAL. And they're all going to split a $2,000 prize pool. This is not it. This is not it. Moving on, we asked you guys for feedback. We want to have a great developer experience. We want Oasis to be seamless. We want you guys to enjoy building on it. So, you showed up. Developer feedback, another pool. We have Jordan Gallant, Parea, ChainLab, Privamol, Agents, Mooncraft, and Leonardo. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for testing our products. And now we have the prizes. I'm going to need some encouragement. So the first track, should we start with the third place, right? Yeah. First track, third place. Mooncraft! Yes. Are you guys here? Can I hear some noise from you? Okay, the next two are going to be more complicated because I need you guys to come here up front. Danielle is right here, right there. And she has some special prizes for you guys, some unofficial trophies if you want. So, second place, we have Testament. Can we have you guys come up here to get your prizes? Congratulations. Danielle is right there. She has your prize. And now, first place for the Sapphire track. Some noise? ROFL.DAM! Congratulations! Can you guys come up here where Danielle is to get your prizes? Nice. Moving on, the second track that we have, the raffle track. So here we have 5 prizes, and I'm going to very quickly go to 3 of them, and then the last 2, again, special surprises await. So in the 5th place, and with a really awesome build, we have ZK-PAL. 4th place, Røpe.
So much cafe. Non-stop.
3rd place, Mooncraft. You guys are getting all our prizes. And now, 2nd place, and again, I'm going to need you to come here, where Danielle is. 2nd place, we have HealthTrust. And now, first place winner of the raffle track here at ETHDam in 2025, winner of the PS5, and the special surprise that Daniel has. I'm gonna wait for you guys here on stage so you can get it. Get a picture with it as well. I need it for social media. I do have to justify the expense. So, can I get, now I really need some encouragement. I really need some noise. We have ROFL.DAM!
Oh my God, what? Damn. Wait, so they won the Sapphire track and the ROFL track? Oh. Come here, come to me, 10K.
I should this and this.
Yeah, we can.
Say cheese.
How do you want us? In front of the screen.
Say ROFL.DAM. Say ROFL.
And ROFL.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. Thank you so much for this. Thank you for another great edition of ETHDam. And I'm going to give back the microphone to JJ. I think I already passed my time.
That's fine. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone. This is almost the end, but this is my time to say goodbye. So I just want to say thank you, everyone, for participating, for giving me good vibes, and I hope you enjoyed it. I want to welcome Collins back up onto the stage as well. Round of applause, his first time moderating something like this. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time, great energy from the crowd. Yeah, like what I would like to say, like most people, you know, they're a bit scared to be out there. I would say give things a chance. I really love, and I would like to do this next year. So if you see me next year, you already know.
Cool, appreciate it. And from the MCs, thank you very much. And we will now invite Ellie to the stage to give the closing talk. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always interesting to trust new people that you don't know. But Collins, you fucking killed it. So thank you so much, and JJ for taking him under your wing and emceeing for emceeing the stage for 3 days. A round of applause again. You don't realize it's so hard. What they did is so hard, and of course, this would not be possible without Oasis, Circle, Zano, Dash, Bitvavo, Igor Labs, Lido, D-Trip, Cake Wallet, The Grid, Calimero, Oxbow, Mina, JobStash, Cyber Capital POAP, and Acronym Foundation, and the ESP. It always gives me shivers when I look at this list. It's a bit weird. But all these people, all these companies, all these projects have actually trusted me, have trusted the team to deliver something of quality, to represent them and make them proud and have feedback and for us to test their tech, to give them a stage, etc. So it's thank you. I would like to really, really from the bottom of our heart say thank you to our partners for making this possible, because without them, there's no ETHDam. There's no ETHDam. There's no ETHDam without a crew. But there's no ETHDam without a team. We have had an amazing crew of volunteers. Everybody who has said hi to you, given you a lei, given you like a smile, and made sure that you were comfortable, that you were having a good time at ETHDam. I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of the volunteers that, gave their time for us this weekend. So thank you to the whole team. I hope Tara's in the crowd. Tara, are you down or are you still up there? You guys don't realize. We've worked on this for so long, for so many months. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being such an amazing partner in this, for dealing with my messages at every hour of the night. Well, more than that. I don't sleep. Thank you to Nicoletta for coming all the way from Switzerland, for being such an amazing friend, and for guiding our volunteers through this experience. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To James, our hackathon lead, who took the flame, who took the torch from Federico, who this year was able to hack for the first time. Thank you, James, for handling all the hackathon. To you, Paulus, sitting in the first row, for capturing. It's so hard to translate what happens at these events. We can record, we can tweet about it, but thank you for your eye and for capturing these moments for many years. You guys, he's been like our dedicated photographer. Thank you. Have you seen a crazy guy run around with a drone and some crazy tech and equipment? That's Zhang, who always has the most creative and wonderful way to capturing the event. So wherever you are as well, you know what? You're right there. Thank you, Zhang. Thank you for your art. Thank you for capturing. Thank you to the whole podcast team as well for dealing with us. Man, it's like what, the third? Yeah, this is the third hackathon that we organized together, and we're getting better and better at it, I think. We're managing every time a little bit better to make sure that you guys are comfortable, that you have good Wi-Fi, some beds to sleep on, and that all you different cats can have a little corner of this venue to yourself to be able to hack. So thank you, Packhouse. Thank you to the whole team. I know I'm forgetting people, but it's always a bit weird to close these chapters. You work on something for so long, and then you're standing on stage and you're saying goodbye and you're saying thank you, and it's always a bit weird. And then you have to think about all these people who have made this event possible, and all of our speakers, everybody who dared take the stage, share their thoughts, share their knowledge with us. So thank you to all the speakers who applied and who made the time to come here, flew from very far. So thank you to all of our speakers as well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is the last ETHDam. No, that's it. Bye. It is the last ETHDam as it is called today. I'm rebranding it. I'm dropping the ETH, I'm dropping the DAM, and we're calling it CryptoCanal as of next year. CryptoCanal 5 will welcome you once again for our 5th edition as a Hackathon in May 2026. We're doubling down on politics. I'm afraid of saying it, but we are. We're doubling down. More than ever, this space is political. More than ever, we need to make better tools, and we need to discuss it, and we need to go out there. We can't just stay amongst our little crowd of comfort zone. We need to reach out. We need to go for adoption. We need to go for policymakers. We need to go for more politicians. We need to make an impact in the real outside society, outside of Packhouse, and I'm going to drag their asses here. And we're going to make it possible, because that's what really matters. Thank you to Justin and thank you to Alethea for their constant support. And I dedicate it to her as well. And I can't wait to see what she will hack in the future. Because, yeah, no pressure, but she needs to. Or she'll become a banker, but it'll be fine. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You're being censored.
It's working? Yes. And while we're at it, Happy Mother's Day to you.
No! I planned it. You didn't know. I made it on purpose. Thank you. Just thank you to all of you. Thank you, Alexi, today for sharing a very emotional moment with all of us and for being so open. Thank you to all of you hackers, taking the time, putting your brains together to build the future. I'll keep this house open to all of you and make sure that we can keep building and keep fighting. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I have two last things I want to do. Is Milan and Milan Reed? Are you here? Where's Milan? He's a speaker. What? Is he there? Someone needs to find him. Nano Chat GPT guy, tall guy with braces. Where is he? If it's not happening now, it will happen later. Happy birthday! It was Constance's birthday as well 2 days ago, and I forgot to wish her to her. So yeah, happy birthday! And I would like to welcome the whole Crypto Canal ETHDam crew, everyone to the stage. Please come here and bow to this audience. Come here. Or we bow to you. Now everybody bow to you guys. Other way around.
You want this one or the other?
No, it's perfect.
Yeah?
Warm applause, warm applause. More noise, more noise, more noise. More noise. More noise. Look at that. Come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here.
Right, now I'm going to use the microphone on 3, 2,